last night we had the show in Almeria, and it was in a place that has a lot of Muslim people. And first, I ended up running after the show to be able to speak with some Spaniards because they wanted a picture, and it was a great opportunity to talk to them. And I ran. And when I found them, it ended up being that, well, they just wanted a picture. They wanted to do nothing else with anything that we had done. It's basically like, oh yeah, sure, yeah, no, no, don't worry about it. So I went back, I started walking back, and then I found this Senegalese guy. He had been here, he's been here for about 8 months. His name is Suleimani, actually. And he told me about how he came to the country as well. It was 8 months ago, and it took him about 7 days and 2 hours. That's what he showed me on the map, to come from Senegal here to Spain by boat. So we started talking about those things. He started talking about how hard it is. He started talking about how his father and his mother are still in Senegal, and his family as well. How he's a Muslim, and he's been a Muslim because culturally that's how it is, and his father and his mother are Muslim. And anyway, we started talking about all these things. It was quite hard because it wasn't nor in my first language nor in my second language. So even though I could speak some of his language, we also started using the translator on his phone because he was the one that wanted to know more, because he was very excited about the show, about what had happened. And he was asking these questions. I was asking some questions, but all throughout the translator, the Google Translator app. Anyway, we started talking about it more. He let me pray for him. But it was just a very simple prayer, and then he just didn't want to leave. Even sometimes it felt like this awkward silence. He didn't want to leave. He wanted to keep talking about all those things. Suddenly it was like, oh yeah, sure, well, I have to go. But he felt really sad about leaving, so he started walking away. I went to help with some of the teardown from the show. But then it's like, no, I gotta go and tell him the whole message. It doesn't matter what happens. So I ended up running like a couple blocks until I found him. And it's like, okay, dude, I gotta tell you this. And I basically put this whole testimony and the message of Christ and his death, his love, his burial, resurrection, and how he wants a personal relationship with him. And I put everything in the translator. He started playing it back because he was listening to it. And then even there were some phrases that weren't the same, but it's like, oh, that's not it, that's not it. And then I grabbed it back, and then I started writing the right thing. And then he started listening to it again. And he was very encouraged by it, so much so that he was like, okay, give me your phone number because I want to keep talking to you. I want to know more about what you have to say, because still he had to leave and I had to leave. So we've been talking ever since. So it's been exciting.